Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is your boy, Thunderdrake Studios, coming at you with another spicy deck profile. You guys wanted it, now I'm giving it to you. Today we have Budget Sky Striker. I've been wanting to do this deck for a long time, and after a long while, I finally got all the cards put together, and now I'd like to present to you my Sky Striker budget variant for the August 2019 format. So, wasting no time, let's get into the monsters. Play, of course, 3 Ray. She's the normal summon. She's the single monster. She's the best one in the deck, obviously. You just need to see her to win. There's enough said there. We know this. And then hand traps, we got 3 Veiler and 2 Ash. I would probably swap the ratios on these, but if you're considering playing it on more of a budget, I could get by with 2 Ash. I mean, Veiler's still really good. You could play Ghosto, you could play Droll. All those are up to you. But for the budget variant, I really wanted to get as much Ash as possible instead of cards like Droll, because Droll's not as good this format. It's good against like the combo decks, but like there's a lot of rogues looking around and just creeping around doing their own thing that Droll really doesn't do much against, but Ash does. So that's it for monsters. Now of course we play 1 trap, Metaverse. Take a guess what we'll be turboing out. Leave it in the comments below and then check if you're right. Now the rest of the deck is just a bunch of spell cards. So we got 3 copies of Engage. If you don't want to run the Battles of Legends Secrets, which these are pretty, but if you don't want to run them, you can't afford them, look at the Megatons. I mean, Engage is like $5 or $6 out of that, so now it's really cheap now for anyone wanting to build this deck. Same with Anchor. Anchor is $2 now for the common. I mean, not for the common, the ultra rare. But if you have higher taste, you could run the secret rare. That's all up to you. And we do play 3 of the field spell. You need to see Ray. It helps you get down into your deck. If you don't see Engage, you can see it off of this. Terraforming is 4th field spell, of course. Then we do play, obviously, our double shark cannon. If you don't want to buy the secret rares, again, you got the commons. This is actually a really decent looking common. Some of the other ones don't look as good, but I actually don't mind this as a common. I think it's pretty cool. We got 1 booster, play the super, it's cheap. Same with Hornet. Jamming, it's like 50 cents, not that bad. Burners, 1 of for all these, by the way. Yeah, Burners is really good. Ultra Rare kind of looks a little weird on it, but I mean, it is what it is. Multi-roll, 1 of course. But, like, seriously, this card is insane. It probably should be banned. And then, of course, you have the 1 Hercules base. Kagari's at 1, so you need to recur it. I mean, we already know this. And that's it for all of these striker spells. We have 3 Twin Twisters in the main. This card is cheap now. It's been reprinted in the Rocket deck. It's like $1 or $2 per copy. It's not that bad. It's just a really good card. You have to main deck 3 of this. 2 Call by the Grave. I don't know if I want to play 2 or 3 of this. 2's been working just fine because it can get a little bricky or cloggy at 3, if you will. But yeah, 2 is just fine as far as I noticed. 2 Mystic Mind, this is what we're bringing out with our Metaverse, because we're terrible people, but we also want to slow the game down a little bit, and there's great synergy between this card and Hayate. Then we have 3 Burial Goods, just for extra consistency with the Metaphos Fusion, and then 1 of us, we got our Upstart Rhoda. So that's it for the main deck. 40 in the main, pretty standard. It's crazy how budget this deck has become after being so expensive for so long. I mean, and then now you have Engage, which used to be over $100, now sitting at like 6 or 7, so I just thought that was really cool. So yeah, if you're wanting to build Striker, now's the time. Extra deck, you have 1 Kagari, 2 Kaina, 3 Shizuku, 3 Hayate, and then you could run other Link monsters, but they don't come up too much, so if you're on an extreme budget, you could cut them. The only one that I think you really need to run, Borload. He's a common, he's cheap, and this card is so good. This card on its own is really good, but then add that with the fact that you could be sitting on like multiple copies of, I don't know, like Widow Anchor and Eagle Booster, and that just makes him downright scary. So that's all I have for the extra deck. You could, like I said, Ningirsu's good, the Nightmares are good, and I would like to throw those in at some point, but for now, like, to play Striker, all you truly need are these for the most part. And I haven't had it come up too much for the Nightmares because obviously you have main deck removal for cards like Colossus or whatever like that. You have Afterburners, you have Jamming Waves. Next we have the side deck. Again, this isn't completely done for the side deck, but like you could change some things. This card would stay in here, 3 Lancia. Orcust and Thunder Dragon are still running around, so I think that this card in the side deck definitely needs to be played a lot. It's just so good. I mean, it's a lose 1 turn for Orcust. It stops Thunder a lot. Really good. This card, Dogoran, it can be anything you want it to be. I just threw it in because I'm like, why not? The Colossus is annoying, and we can out a Dogoran, but we can't out a Colossus. 2 Shared Ride. Card's pretty good. It's good in the mirror match. A lot of the side deck is for the mirror match and other control decks, so I think that's going to be pretty strong in this format. Obviously, as you saw recently, Ultrageist, I topped with it again. If you guys want, I'd change a little bit more. If you want, I could update that. But yeah, Shared Ride, really good against like Striker, really good against. It's not great against Salad, but it's also good against the combo decks, funny enough. So that's just pretty good. We got 3 MST, more back row hate. It's just always good because you always have the little control decks running around, and this deck has a pretty decent matchup against them. But for example, like Ultrageist, it has a decent matchup against once you can drop like Mystic Mine, because Ultrageist can't play under that too well. But you want to be able to remove like the protocols or the judgments. Yeah. And then 3Y Howling. This card is so good. I'm actually considering playing this in this deck and in Draco. I know I said coming soon, but that's probably gonna be the next profile I post. But this card is insane. So basically, if you control a water monster, you target a spell in your opponent's graveyard, banish it, and for the rest of the turn you negate all spell effects on your opponent's field. So for this deck, obviously you're ending on Shizuku a lot, so that's really strong. And to talk about Draco a little bit, it's not as good, but Dynamite Knight is a water, so that does come up. But for this deck, it's just really good for the mirror match, good against Draco, pretty good against Salad because it turns off the field spell and turns off Silent Mining. So yeah, it's pretty good. Overall, just a really strong card. So yeah, that's about it. Hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Peace.